Hello, this is me on a normal diet, and this is me after 6 months of being on a raw vegan diet. Here I weighted not more than 100 pounds. However, I had the best sleep, the best digestion, and the highest energy levels I have ever had in my life. And this is the story of me transitioning to a raw vegan diet. I was one of these people who fell into a trap of healthy body and lifestyle promises popularized by many raw vegan diet practitioners on YouTube. And even though at that time I didn't have any large health problems except for low energy levels, insomnia, some extra weight, and addiction to unhealthy food, I've decided to give it a try for 6 months. Although the majority of my diet consists of raw foods up to this day, I still miss this amazing experience of eating fully raw, the lightness, uplifted mood, and high energy levels that came with this diet. However, the transition period itself has been the hardest thing I've ever implemented in my life, both on physical and emotional levels. I would distinguish 4 stages. In order to amplify my sensations, I have decided to give the stages the names. And these are the stage number 1. Complete mess. Complete mess. This is how I felt when I first started raw vegan diet. Everything went wrong, especially during the first 2 weeks. The food I had been eating, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds, have simply not been enough for my body to feel satisfied. I felt that the food has been lacking not that much volume, but density, as it has been digested as far as I have been chewing it. Therefore, my stomach was always empty, no matter how much I would eat. And I have been eating as much as I could. I would start my day with 5 to 6 oranges. Unfortunately, at that time, I knew nothing about green smoothies. Otherwise, I would have introduced it into my diet. After 3 hours, I would eat 4 to 5 bananas. After some hours, huge vegetable salad with lots of healthy nuts like avocado, extra virgin olive oil. Just before going to bed, I would eat another huge salad with lots of nuts in it. I have realized that different nuts in raw form were giving me the sense of fullness and satisfaction, so I started introducing them into my salads, made some nut dips, I ate them with bell peppers as snacks. I've been also eating nuts in the form of candies with dried fruits. I've been experiencing terrible cravings, mainly on high carbohydrate foods like bread, potatoes, rice, and pasta. I didn't have any cravings for meat because I had turned vegetarian 6 months prior. Cheese, however, has been a huge part of my longings too. The nights were especially difficult to withstand. I remember waking up at night, not being able to sleep, thinking of pizza, pasta, and cheesy toast. The only thing that would calm me down were bananas, so I would eat a lot of bananas in the middle of the night. The cravings were difficult both on emotional level, and if not my husband's support and different psychological tools I have been using to stay inspired, I'm sure I wouldn't have made it. For the first 5 days of my transitioning to raw vegan diet, my bowel movement has completely stopped. I believe that my body simply did not have sufficient microbiome to digest raw foods. After the 5 days, finally, I started visiting the toilet, but this time more frequently than ever, 4 to 5 times a day. But according to my research, this was not diarrhea, but the attempt of my body to clean itself from mucus. I've started experiencing other detox symptoms like pimples on my face and fever-like sensations at night in the form of shivering. However, my body's temperature stayed normal all the time. What has helped me pass through these first 2 weeks was my great interest in how my body would detoxify during the next time period. I was also blessed by my husband's support. When you are physically and emotionally unstable, your family members' assistance and uplifting is very important. Having my house full of fruits and vegetables and not restricting myself to eating lots of bananas and nuts were also very helpful. The only rule of food combining I had been using at that time was that I was eating fruits before vegetables in order to avoid gas. For the rest, everything that was raw I was considering good for my body. This mindset to me was crucial as I found it impossible to restrict myself both in cooked food and in high sugar content fruits at the same time. Later, my body refused to eat a lot of fruits, but this has only happened after a while. The stage number 2, big adjustments. After 2 weeks, things have changed to a better direction in the following way. I started loving fruits and vegetables and getting the sense of fullness and satisfaction after my meals. I also started watching all the recipes from raw vegan diet practitioners and replicated their dishes. Soon I became an expert in preparing raw dishes, and it has brought me a lot of joy. At that time, I had been eating Himalayan salt, and I believe I did it right not to eliminate it from my diet because salt was helping me replicate at least some of my old preferred dishes. However, cravings for cooked food were still intense. I coped with them by eating a lot of bananas. My digestion has also improved and I stopped having bowel movements several times a day. Instead, I would have one early in the morning and this would leave me with an amazing sensation of completely empty gut. This was something I have never experienced before in a conventional diet. My detox symptoms have subsided too. I was no longer shivering at night and getting acne on my face, and my hair was getting less greasy too. Instead of having to wash them once every second day, I have started washing them every 5 to 6 days. My weight has dropped by 20 lbs already by the end of the first month and another 6.6 lbs by the end of the second month, and finally it has stabilized up to 100 lbs, and this is only 45 kgs, but after that my weight has never dropped anymore. People around me were afraid that I would get anorexia. However, my high energy levels and strength were convincing me that I had been doing everything correctly. But there were some alarming changes too. By the end of the second month, my hair has started falling out and my nails became warped. These two phenomena have completely freaked me out. However, I have made some research and I found out that a lot of people on a raw vegan diet had been experiencing the same symptoms for a small period of time. I considered that this was part of the detox and became hopeful that after a while my hair and nails would grow normal. The stage number 3. Easiness. At the beginning of the third month, things started to become much easier in many ways. My cravings have stopped. No more waking up at night wishing for French fries and pizza. Subsequently, my late-night banana munchies have subsided. This has been an amazing breakthrough for me. I felt released and in control of my own behavior. And the most stunning thing that has happened is that my hunger has subsided. I really started enjoying the taste of raw foods, and they kept me satisfied more and more. I cut down my portion sizes, and I kept my salad recipes much simpler. I also started eating less fruits and nuts, but my weight stayed stable, my energy levels have increased, and my sleep has improved. The stage number 4, an absolute freedom. During the last 2 months, my efforts have finally started to pay back. I began to experience amazing benefits I have never dreamed of before. My energy levels went higher than ever. I've been hiking in mountains from morning till late evening with no sensation of tiredness or hunger. Never in my life I have enjoyed such endurance. My sleep has absolutely normalized and my mood and optimism have skyrocketed. My hunger has completely gone, so much so that I was forgetting to have breakfast and I was surviving with only 1 or 2 meals per day. I had no more cravings for bananas and dates, and I also cut down the consumption of nuts and olive oil. My diet has been naturally transforming to mono. At lunch I would have only one type of fruit, and in the evening I would have some carrots or cauliflower or maybe cabbage or spinach, cucumbers or tomatoes. My calorie intake has gone way down. However, my energy levels went higher. My weight didn't change. It stayed the same, 100 lbs, 45 kgs. I believe that if I had been eating the same ways as I ate at the initial stage of my transitioning to raw vegan diet, my weight would have been higher. However, I chose to listen to my own body's requirements rather than any rules of calorie intake. My bowel movement has become more frequent, and by the end of the 6 months I have started visiting toilet as many times as I would eat that day to eliminate the previous meal completely. As a result, I was feeling empty as a drum. Of course, I bring apology for these details, but I cannot avoid emphasizing how nicely digestion works on natural food. The conclusion. In conclusion, according to my experience, raw vegan diet absolutely breaks down any rules of calorie intake and energy formation. The more natural food you eat, the cleaner your body is from metabolic toxins and the more energy you possess. I also learned that I could not judge benefits of any diet unless I would have been experiencing it for at least 2 months, because it takes time for body to detoxify and adjust. I hope this information was helpful. If you want to lose weight and detoxify your body without counting calories and by eating delicious food prepared under 30 minutes, you should go to my website and do 1 week weight loss and detox diet plan, which is absolutely free of charge. Hurry up, it won't be free forever. The link to the website will appear on the screen now and in the description box below. Thank you and bye-bye.